Andy Scott, Derby Day defeat. Do you think the Shots deserved anything from that game?
I don't know. It wasn't a great game. I think the first half was very scruffy from both sides. We've had an unbelievable chance with Josh, and after about 8 minutes, he should score with. We didn't pass it in the first half. It was very scrappy. The whole game was stop-start. I don't think the injuries helped, but it wasn't. There was nothing between the sides in the first half. We thought we had the best chance. We just didn't really take the game, by a scruff of the neck. And the second half, it was obviously a fantastic goal, but should have been prevented from the offset with the goal kick. Phil probably feels he could have saved it, but we had plenty of chances. We had plenty of balls in the box, scrambles and opportunities around there, just wouldn't go in for us. But we didn't really start playing to our strengths and how we were moving the ball as well as we should have done until they scored a goal, that's the most disappointing part about it. They're a good side. They are a good side. He's recruited well. He spent money. They've got a lot of experience. Been together a long time, but there wasn't much between the sides. It takes a 35-yard free kick to win it. They didn't really create much, and we had a lot of ball in the final third, but we just couldn't find a net.
And that's it. If Josh had scored that header, it could have been so different, particularly as the way injuries seem to be conspiring against Woking, losing the captain and goalkeeper.
Games turn on chances, goals win games. We haven't scored. We've lost 3 games, we're 1-0. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of us being a nearly side. I don't want to be a nearly side. I don't want to be going there, so we've got to learn, because if I'm keeping saying it, we ain't learning. And therein lies a problem. I'm disappointed the way we started the game. I'm disappointed with our quality on the ball in the first half. We had a couple of opportunities, but we didn't pass the ball properly. We defended too deep. We spoke about Sol and Morgan coming into holes, and we allowed them to do it. And in the second half, we defended higher up the pitch. The keeper couldn't kick it past the halfway line. We win the first 5 or 6 headers, and then all of a sudden we decided to drop miles off. Rendell traps it and turns, and we're giving the free kick away as a goal. Small margins, they're fine. Small margins, but they cost you big time.
And that was it. It was a fine free kick, but that moment, one single moment of hesitation, did prove fatal in allowing Rendell to turn.
Yeah.
And there didn't seem to be much space around the game. I guess both sides evenly matched, working really hard to close each other down. It wasn't as open a game as maybe we've seen here in recent weeks.
No, I don't think it was probably going to, because of the way they set up. And but having said that, if we'd moved the ball better, then it becomes a more open game, because we get it to the width. But we didn't get hold of the ball. We gave the ball away one touch too many times. We wanted the players to have the ball at their feet and use it as well. We weren't able to get Jaden on the ball wide and Jordan wide. We kept on playing too many long straight balls, and then we were giving it away. The reliability of the players wasn't good enough. In the second half, we showed what we're capable of doing. When we get it wide and we get crosses in, and we're relentless with it. But we need to do that from the offset, and that's you got to hold your hands up and say you got to credit the opposition for stopping us doing what we try and do. But the quality wasn't there, and but in fairness to them, the quality wasn't really there from them in the first half either. So at half time, we felt we could really step on and go and win the game. But first goal was always going to be crucial, and we just couldn't get it over the line again. But it's too many times we've said that. We've had opportunities to put it in the box or getting players on it. The quality inside the penalty box isn't quite there at the moment.
Once again, the attacking substitutions really lifted, and it seemed briefly after those subs came on that the game did open up and that the Shots really were lifting it. Yeah,
it's inevitable really when you're going for it. But we've got Tristan has been ill over the weekend. Moles is injured. We put Brett out there so we can get Fitch on, so we could be attacking, and then obviously Brett's come back up front because Josh is feeling the effects. He's just had his girlfriend's had a baby, so you don't know how what toll takes on his body. So we're trying everything just to try and get back in the game. And we had plenty of opportunities. We put plenty of ball in there. We got first touch on a lot of things. I felt that we were getting there. I was disappointed only 3 minutes went up. I thought that was a joke really. you know, they would take 30 seconds over every goal kick, and there was 4 substitutions as a goal. So, but I just, you know, to be honest, I thought the game was a little bit too much for the referee. Looked a little bit intimidated by Hull, which is a bit worrying, really, from you know, our point of view. But you can't blame him. You know, the foul was a foul. The free kick was a good, you know, was a great strike. We just didn't do enough to gain the initiative, and you know, whether that was the opposition or not, certainly from our point of view, we didn't do enough from the outset.
And now it's important to bounce back at Nuneaton on Saturday.
Yeah, they've had a great result today. They beat Forest Green, lost the manager, go to win a game. It's football.
But it's, say, Shots have been playing, maybe tonight, notwithstanding, Shots made a good start to the season. It's important to go there and learn from the lessons of tonight. Yeah,
we can only say that. We've played games in, we've got 11 points and we've lost the last 2. So, you know, we've got to say sooner or later, I'd rather be a lucky team than a team that's playing well and not winning games. You know, we've got to pick points up, and we have, you know, looking beyond the result, we've shown that we can compete with the best sides in this league. There's no doubt about that. But we've got to be more ruthless as a group. You know, we've got to make sure that we do the nitty gritty. Sometimes when you're not playing well, you've got to grind things out, and that's going to be the challenge now for the players, is to go to teams that, you know, we're going to expect, or think people are going to look at us and think that we should go and pick up points, and we've got to go and do it. You know, it's all right saying we've had a tough start, but the other teams have had easier starts. But they've won against teams that are, you know, in the lower third of the division. We've got to go and do that as well.
I just wanted to ask you about injuries. You mentioned Moles, and obviously Chris Barker's out as well, 2 key players for you. Any updates on that?
No, not really. Barks is struggling quite badly with his. It's probably looking pretty long term, to a recurrence of it. And Molesy is getting treatment. You know, it's a case of he's not training and he's getting the treatment because he can't train with the treatment he's having, but he's keeping fit in the pool and stuff. And ideally, we don't want to use him because it's just going to, you know, prolong probably the treatment that he needs. But if we do need him, we've got to use him. And we'll have to see how we are after today. And you know, Tristan's obviously that's good that he's back, because he was ill at the weekend. He showed when he came on that he's got the ability to put balls in the box and take people on and scare people. So that's good. But he's not played many minutes. You know, he's had an injury and he's been ill as well. So we are playing really with a short hand really on what we're doing, but we'll get them in Thursday, make sure everyone's ready and ready to go, and look at Nuneaton and how we try and go and beat them.
You were unchanged again today from Saturday. Any possibility of sort of reaction from yourself? I'm thinking maybe Fitchett. Is Fitchett in your thoughts maybe for a start?
So Fitchett's always been in my thoughts. You know, the fact of the matter, you can't say that a team's not been playing well and then say that someone deserves to play. But we look at each game. Fitchett's come on and done well. You know, he's had a hamstring injury and he still hasn't, you know, up to recently, he hasn't been 100% match fit. We've been trying to give him enough minutes to keep him going, and we're working him in training, because with hamstrings, especially the severity of the injury he had, it could reoccur. But you know, he's put himself in a strong position because he's come on and done well. Spoken to him and he's been biding his time. He's chomping on the bit. It may be that we change it. We've got that ability to do that, and it may be that we do that because, you know, Josh and Brett have played all the games so far. Like I say, Josh has had a baby, and you know, physically, mentally, it's straining. So it might be right to change it, but that's all dependent on other injuries and knocks that we've got.
Thanks, Andy. Cheers.